if you're watching this video, I'm no longer live. Tonight, I'm going to go over the Elmer's Glue Teacher Tumbler for you guys. And this is the series so far. We've done the pencil, the crayon, and now we're going to do the Elmer's Glue. And then I'm going to have one more cup to show you guys how to do, and then I'll move on to the keychains and the nameplate. So tonight we're going to go over how to do the Elmer's Glue tutorial tumbler cup, which is one of the simpler, easier ones to me to do, and it will also include the Waterslide application for here. I did a video earlier today showing how I seal my Waterslide images, and so we're going to use those images and put on this cup, which I glittered earlier and put the first layer of epoxy on and got it dry enough so that I could put the Waterslide on there. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. Real quick, I'll go over the supplies that we're going to use. We'll start with my glitters. I have Purity by Fiesta glitters, and there's links in the description. Purity by Fiesta glitters. Look at that. You guys can see that. This is Purity. And Astro Orange by Backfist Customs. Okay, those are the two glitters we're going to use. We're going to use Pumpkin Orange Apple Barrel acrylic paint and Snow White Apple Barrel acrylic paint. You're going to need your electrical tape, your scissors, the brush for dry brushing, a bowl of lukewarm water. Hey Debbie, I'm doing a lot better tonight. A bowl of lukewarm water for doing the Waterslide. And you need either an acrylic painted white cup or a spray painted white cup. And it needs to be completely dry to touch. And we're going to do 2 of these tonight. So you need that, and my I guess I didn't glue it on there because it's stuck in here. My end. I'll get it out later, but it's a little end piece to my yeah, it's not gonna come out. I'm gonna have to get, yeah, but it's a little end piece that I screw that goes on the bottom of here, and I screw it into my turner. I guess I didn't glue it on there anyway. And you're gonna need paper towels and notebook paper or whatever you use to catch your glitter so you can return it to your container. So let's start off. We're going to tape our cup. Now when I tape these, I don't do any measuring lines or anything, because as you can see on here, the orange is on each edge. So that's all you need is the edges of this to tape off, because we're going to do the white first. So let me get my electrical tape, and I like how electrical tape gives you a nice clean line, and the electrical tape is flexible. You can use, if you want a wider, like on the other one I used painter's tape, and it gave me a wider edge on this one. So you're just going to put your tape up against the edge of the cup like that and follow that edge around. All the way around. These are going to be my orange edges where the tape is. Okay, and you see where that's at the bottom right here? I'm just going to move this, pull this tape up a little bit, and just kind of like fold it in, and then go over this. So I'll have a nice clean edge. And I'm going to cut. Hey Shannon, hey Claudia. And fold over to give me my lip so that I can easily pull up the tape when I'm ready. Smooth this down so that I'll have a nice clean glitter edge. It's blurry. Is it blurry for anybody else? Y'all let me know if it's blurry. Anybody comment if it's blurry for you? Hey Tracy. And then I'm going to take my tape. No, it's not blurry. And I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Okay, cool. It's pixelated. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can turn off my Wi-Fi. Okay, I turned off my Wi-Fi and I'm going off of my data. Maybe that'll be better. Like for some, yes, for some, no. When it's full screen, it's kind of blurry. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, it's clear. Okay. So I'll remember to turn off my Wi-Fi. When I'm in my garage, I turn off my Wi-Fi, but I didn't figure I'd have to do it while I was in the house. But I guess so, huh? Okay. I'll remember to try to turn my Wi-Fi off. And if I don't remember, can somebody, if you're on this live tonight and you do any more of my lives, be like, hey, turn your Wi-Fi off. So I'm going to put the tape along the bottom here where I want my orange to go here. And I'm going to follow over. Well, luckily we hadn't really done anything. I just went over supplies and talked a little bit, so that's good. And I'm going to create my lip. And first cup is taped. Thanks, Debbie. And then I'm going to do my next one. And this one, same thing. I don't know why I paused. I'm going to put my tape along. This one already has that seam, so I'm just using that. Taping off where my orange is going to go. Cutting and creating my lip. And smoothing that. And then I'm going to do the same to the top. So I'm just placing my tape along the top edge of the cup and I'm going to follow it around. Putting that there and following it around and around. Yeah, I do use the Ozark. I've used it, an Ozark cup, in some tutorials. Because I got in December, and like the first week of December or whatever, when they were on sale, the 2 for $10, I ordered a whole bunch. So, yeah, I definitely use the Ozarks, but only when they're on sale. And like my stemless wine glass tumblers, they're all Ozark, and then my low balls are Ozark. Nope, not at all. And when you glitter it, it covers it, so you can't even really tell that the logo's even there. And then like I was trying to see if I had one close and I could show you. So when you glitter it, you can't even tell that the logo's there. And then when you paint over it, once you paint or you spray paint over it, you can't even really tell. What brand of cups do I normally use? I use them all. Right now, I'm real into the Still Magnolia company cups, but before then, I was using Stainless Steel Depot. I like the Still Magnolia. It's pretty much the same cup, but her shipping is so much faster than Stainless Depot. You get them a lot faster, and they're a little bit cheaper too. So, okay, and these are the little cups I had earlier with my paint in them, so I'm just going to reuse these. When I did that one cup earlier today. And I'm just going to add a little bit more paint in there. So just adding a little bit more acrylic paint to each one. So I'm using that acrylic paint as my adhesive and my base color. Yeah, it is more than the Ozark, but what I like about the Still Magnolia is that you don't have, one, you don't have the logo, and two, it comes with the sliding lock on the cups. So these, the Ozark, it's just the regular, but the Still Magnolia and Stainless Depot, they come with that sliding, and you can do that. So, like I said, if the Ozarks are on sale, I'll get them, but normally I like that lid, and so do the customers actually like that lid a lot better too. Alright, so I'm going to use the bigger paintbrush, this one for my white, and then I'm going to use a smaller one for my orange. I got some of the Zacks at Target last year, but I don't really frequent Target that much, for whatever reason. I used to shop at Target all the time, not so much anymore. And take the lids off my glitter. Okay, so what was that? Come out of there. I'm going to do 2 layers of acrylic paint on here before I glitter. So I'm just taking a brush and I'm going to cover with the paint. And so the paint is my base color, and it's my adhesive, and it's going to serve the purposes of Mod Podge, except for it's not going to take as long for my Mod Podge to dry. Like the cup I showed you guys earlier that already had epoxy on it, I did that one today. I glittered it and epoxied it today. So I glittered it like around lunch and put the epoxy on there when I got off work at 4. It was a little after 4 actually when I did finally get the epoxy on there, because Nathaniel had not too shortly left for practice after, and he goes to practice at 6. So yeah, they have their sliding lids, but the 20 ounce is like $2 and something, and the 30 ounce sliding lid is $3 something or something like that. So I mean, and then like if you buy the cups in bulk from either Stainless Depot or Still Magnolia in big quantities, you can get free shipping once you go over like $100 and some dollars. I don't know the exact amount, because I've never bought a case of cups. So, oh, the koozies, the can koozies. Yeah, different things are on sale. Like the Walmart by me had the wine glasses on sale for $3 once, and then they had the 20 ounces for $2 once. I can find 30 ounces for like $4 to $6. It's like if you download the app, like this is what I have the app on my phone, and I just search the different cups in the different stores located by me, and then if a store pops up with enough quantity, I'll go to that store. There's like 3 or 4 Walmarts within 15-20 minutes of me that I hop around to. Yeah, the Stainless Depot, those are the hog tumblers. So this is my second layer of acrylic paint. I'm going to make sure I get over that hump really good on these cups. And now I'm going to glitter. Yeah, I'll put the links to where I buy the cups for the Still Magnolia Company and for Stainless Depot. And I'm just going to glitter and do the top. So I wanted to do this series because when y'all get ready, if it's what you decide to do, sell the cups for teacher appreciation, you can have 3 different types of cups to offer. So, yeah. And I guess I didn't put any paint right there, right? The second time. I'm going to hit it up really quick. I'm just tapping off the glitter. Oh, you're welcome. I'm going to pat that one down. I'm on a little patch spot. Alright, then I'm going to put the glitter back in the container, and then I'm going to go on to the second one. Some more paint. And let's do the second layer of paint on the second cup. So this time I'm going to make sure I get the entire cup. I'm just going around. And if y'all have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask, whether it's about epoxy or, you know, anything. If I have an answer, I'll give it to y'all. So you don't have to just keep it on the Elmer's glue tumbler. If there's a question out there, ask it. It's a great opportunity to get that instant feedback, I guess. So all the way around, I want to make sure I hit the entire cup and don't have any dry spots like I just did on that one. So I'm using an acrylic paint. It's going to be my base coat and it's my adhesive because it dries way faster than the Mod Podge. You don't have to wait hours and hours for your Mod Podge to dry before you start doing your epoxy layer. So I'm going to glitter. I'm turning the cup so I get full coverage. And let's do the top half. Yes, I'm using the acrylic paint as my adhesive. For sure. What the crap was that? In my purity. Get out. Out. There. So you do the orange glitter area and the water slide for the glue tumbler, the same side for the 20 and 30. Well, my images I'll show you. My water slide images are slightly bigger. I printed slightly bigger ones for the 30 ounce. And then my taped edge, it'll be bigger for the orange. You're welcome. Alright, let me show you guys. This is the second one. And this is the first one. And you'll be able to see my boo-boo right there. Alright, I'm going to drop my paintbrush in my cup of water so that it doesn't dry and get hard on there and ruin my bristles. And I'm going to return my glitter to the container. Alright. And let's see. I think I might be able to dry brush. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can go ahead and dry brush. So when I do my dry brushing, I just lightly hold the brush and I'm gently going down. I'm not really putting any pressure or force on here. Because I don't want to knock all my glitter off. Get on that curve. And the dry brushing is just going to get rid of the loose glitter. Yeah. I get my paint brushes from Walmart. And no, I didn't just watch from one person. I've watched videos from Minderella, Ashley Mears. Minderella, Ashley Mears are Minderella is my #1 favorite, especially if someone's just starting out. I love her. She's detailed. Her voice is very calm. She goes over all the steps. She makes it simple and easy. And then Ashley Mears, she has all those great designs. And then I used, I think it's like Lellebee Creations, also on YouTube. And Robin Wheeler, Squaw. Epoxying with Squaw on YouTube. She also has a Facebook page floating around there. Those are my top ones that I learned a lot of stuff from. My acrylic beach tumbler, I watched Robin Wheeler's tutorial I don't know how many times. Really, I don't know how many times. And I did the acrylic beach with that one. And then the pencil cup, the original design, you know, is Ashley Mears. And then I really studied Minderella, and she also has glitter wine glass tutorials on there too. So yeah, Minderella, like Cinderella, Minderella. And my paintbrushes I get from Walmart. Alright, so I'm going to remove the tape so I can get started on the orange. And this little bit of white that fell off, when I remove the tape, I'm going to put it back in my glitter container. So Right? Yeah, I think I did get this from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go ahead with the orange. And when I do that, I'm going to go up against that edge. You can feel when you hit the glitter edge. So even if there wasn't a seam there, you'll be able to feel when you hit that glitter edge, especially like on the top. And do the bottom. Really bright. And I'm just moving the line a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top. And you can feel when you hit that glitter edge, your brush is going to stop. So going all the way around, all the way around. And smoothing those lines. Right. So my orange, first layer of my orange is done. Let me get that little piece out of there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to dry brush. So just lightly dry brushing, because I don't want to take my glitter off. I just want to remove the loose glitter. I put the link for the Waterslide in the description for the Waterslide paper. And I put the link for the Dropbox for the Waterslide for the school images. That's also in the description. Along with links to the glitter. If you purchase glitter from either Fiesta Glitter or Backfist Customs, it's 15% off. I didn't put the codes. I'll put the codes in the description when I'm done. For Fiesta Glitter, it's Tumbler 101. And for Backfist Customs, it's Cups 15. So what I'm sitting my cups in is spinning desk organizer from Dollar Tree. I'll probably call them a pencil caddy, but the bottom of one of these, it actually says it's a spinning desk organizer, and it was all black in the school supply section, office section, and from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to remove my tape. Oh. Oh. Okay. And I'm going to put my glitter that fell off when I removed the tape. I'll put it in there. And then I'm going to apply my orange paint. So again, I'm going to go up on the edge and down. And I'm going to hit the edge of the glitter line, and I'm going to do that all the way around. Sorry, y'all. I didn't sleep that well last night. So I'm going to go back and smooth out those big lines, which is a lot easier to do with this brush than the spun brush. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. And like this one doesn't have the seam, so it's a good example. You can actually feel when you hit that glitter edge. And it helps you to keep your edge straight. So all the way around. It's the Spinning Desk Organizer Pencil Caddy, and it's in the office supply section or school supply section at Dollar Tree. And then make sure you paint your bottom. This cup, I know for sure that I'm doing this style, is a stainless steel depot cup. Alright, so I got my orange done. And I'm going to go back to the first cup, and we're going to apply the second layer of paint and glitter. So going around. All the way around. Two layers of epoxy on my fine glitter cups. Occasionally 3 if something goes wrong, or piece of vinyl sticks up or whatever. But for the most part, 2 layers of epoxy on my fine glitter cups and 3 on my chunky. And if I have to sand, I never sand before the second layer of epoxy. And I'm going to apply my glitter. And this is the Astro Orange from Backfist Customs. And the bottom. And give it a little tap. And knock some of that loose off, and then I'm going to do the top. Oh yeah, that's 5 or 6 is way too many, and that makes your cup like super heavy. Hi Jennifer. So unless you're doing like the hanging method, if you don't have a turner and you're doing the hanging method, but when you're doing the hanging method, you're using super thin layers of epoxy. So you would do 4 or 5 with the hanging method. This is a piece of PVC pipe that I cut with a PVC cutter, and it usually has the little end piece that I screw into my turner, but I didn't glue it in, so it's stuck in my pencil caddy right now. And I'm going to apply my glitter. Oh yeah, that's way too many layers of epoxy. You shouldn't have to do no more than 3 for fine glitter. Which is why I always say buy polyester glitter. Buy the more expensive glitter, because it cuts all that extra layers of epoxy out and sanding. Because normally, since I've started using polyester glitter, all I have to do is apply 1 layer of epoxy, and it's smooth enough that I can apply my decal once that first layer is dry, and then I apply my decals, and then do the second layer, and then I'm done. You sand them if you want your cup to be super smooth. Like, you don't want someone to hold the cup and feel like rough bits. And that's usually where the glitter is sticking up and coming through. You don't want anybody to feel that. You want it to be a super smooth cup. Well, yeah, because you're using like 5 or 6 layers of epoxy, but which also makes your cup really heavy and takes a lot of time, because between each layer you gotta let it dry, right? So going around with my second layer of acrylic paint. Can you show me, yeah, let me do this and then I'll show you the cups in the organizer. Okay, your lip of the cup, if you can't get it smooth, what you need to do is sand the lip of your cup, and you sand it until it's smooth, and then you apply a layer of epoxy over it. No, don't strip it. 2 layers is not bad. Just sand it. Because like I said, I don't sand until after my second layer of epoxy, if I have to sand. So I'm just applying the glitter over my second layer of acrylic paint. It just means following. People put that F for following. It bumps the post. And it'll have it to where the whoever puts comments, every time someone makes an additional comment, they'll get a notification. So it just makes the post easier to find. Yeah. I'm going around. Yep, that's how it was. Be a sponge. Just soak it all in. I watched videos and tutorials and lives for months before I ever did my first cup. Good night, Kayla. And I'm getting rid of those harsh lines. I'm going to drop this in my cup of water, and I'm going to glitter. Hey, Kimberly. And I'm going to go around, and I'm just glittering. I'm almost out of my Astro orange. I've had so much of this. I did a lot of, thank you, Patricia. I did a lot of Houston Astro cups. So I'm down to my last. I need to order some more. Alright, and then I'm gonna knock it, the excess glitter off. Does the paint not cover the glitter? I apply the paint first, and then I'm applying the glitter on top of the paint. So the glitter covers the paint. And here we go. So once it's dry, I'll dry brush the orange in the entire cup. Set that. Okay, so this is how I put my cups. I don't have a wooden cup holder thing I just use my pencil caddies. I have like 10 or 12 of them, I guess. And I use these. The spinning desk organizer. There's the bottom piece, but I've dropped them so many times it pops off. I mean, it's from the Dollar Tree. It's $1. It's not that sturdy. And that's it. And with the end piece on there, like this is a baton. This isn't the PVC pipe one. But let's see. I have some pencil ones I'm working on. Here, this one. I'll show this one. So this is the end that I screw into my turner, which is stuck in the pencil caddy for that other cup. So with this in there, I sit it in there, and it keeps it straight up and pretty firm in there. Alright, so that's how you glitter your Elmer's glue cup. I'm going to return this glitter to my container. haven't used chunky glitter in days. I popped it. Alright. And let's go on to the water slide. Application. Just clearing off my desk space or my tabletop. Alright. So these are my water slide images. If you can see, you can tell these top two are bigger than the ones here. These top two are what I'm going to use for the 30 ounce, and these are what I'm going to use for my 20 ounces. So I put a link for the water slide, the transparent or clear decal paper in the description, and I did, if you search, I did a video earlier today how I sew these, so I'm not really going to go over that tonight, because I've already done it. So, just going to cut, because I only need one. Complete one. Alright. So when you cut your, oh thanks Tracy. It's really not that hard. It's just doing it, you know, my poof is not a poof. It's more of a cone. It's not that hard to do. It's just getting used to it and doing it over. I put it in I use my Silhouette Cameo Designer Edition software, and I put them on there. And I just space them out. And I print from there. I don't print from like photo software or anything. So when you cut your water slide, you don't want sharp angles, right? You want rounded sides, and you want to cut as close. Why am I cutting backwards? Well, so y'all can see. You want to cut as close to the image as you can. And I like to leave a little bit to work with. I'm going to turn it around so I can see. Yeah, so with the Cricut, you should be able to move them around and size them. Alright. And cut this one. Now, when you use clear water slide paper, your surface needs to be as light colored as possible. So I've used clear water slide, of course, on white glitter or paint, light pink, silver, turquoise. The one exception I will say is if what you're printing on your clear water slide is like black or dark blue, dark purple, you can get away with those colors on darker color cups. So, all right, I'm gonna angle down. So you're gonna take your images and you're just gonna put them in the water, and then you hold them flat because see they curl up. So you want to hold them flat in there. And I don't know how long I keep them in the water. I don't hold them down the entire time. I just hold them down long enough so they stop curling up. And then I let them sit. So you're going to get your cup, and I'll show you guys what they start to look like when they start to detach from the backing. and my water got cold, so it'll probably take a little bit longer. So when you're working with Waterslide, your fingers need to be wet, your cup needs to be wet, your surface, whatever you're using, because I've used Waterslide on a glass cutting board, and I did that as a Mother's Day gift. So your surface has to be wet, your fingers have to be wet, and then you also want a clean paper towel. It doesn't have paint on it, so I'm just going to rip this, because you're going to use this dampened. Yes, this cup has epoxy. You're going to use this dampened once your image is on it, and you're going to smooth it to get the air and the water from underneath the image. And another thing, if, let's say, like, I don't need to sand my cup, but let's say I needed to sand my cup. I don't know if anybody sanded a cup. When you sand a cup, it'll get cloudy and it'll leave like scratch marks on there. If you apply your clear Waterslide over that, and there's some edges that show around, you're going to see that cloudiness in those scratches, because the Waterslide doesn't cover that up. So if you have to sand a cup, apply another thin layer of epoxy over that before you put your Waterslide over the sanded areas, or you'll see that cloudy, scratchy stuff from sanding through your Waterslide. It's just what I've learned. Tip. All right. So let's go back. Okay. So like I said, you're going to have wet fingers. All right. So get your hands wet. Get your surface all wet. And I just wet the whole cup. And then see it lifted off of there. Can y'all see? It's lifted off. You're going to take it with the backing on there and hold it down with one hand, and you're just going to slide the backing off. And then you're going to move it around. You can move it. If you follow the steps that I did, you'll be able to move your Waterslide. To seal your Waterslide, you'll be able to move it around. Okay. So again, the opposite. Make sure your surface is wet. Make sure this is wet. And you're going to put it on there. And I'm just looking at it so I can make sure it's straight. Alright. And then you're going to take your dampened paper towel, dip it in there a little bit. You don't want it to be soaking wet. Hold one end and gently smooth. I'm not pressing down. I'm just smoothing it over my Waterslide image, just to get those wrinkles out, get the air bubbles out, and get the water out from underneath there. Move that. And I'm just smoothing it over there. I'm not even really pressing down on it. I'm just smoothing it across. And then I want to make sure where I want it. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this image. And just smooth it over. I'll put one hand down here so it doesn't move. Smoothing it over. you go. No, you don't have to reverse the image for Waterslide. That's for HTV. For 651 and Waterslide, you don't have to reverse the image. Unless you were doing it like on a, like when I did the glass cutting board, I didn't put the Waterslide image on top because if you're cutting, I didn't want it to cut across. I put it underneath the part that would be against like the table or whatever. So I did reverse that when I did it on the glass cutting board. And like you can barely see the edges of the Waterslide, right? Like you can barely see. And once it dries, it's going to be that less noticeable. And then when you epoxy over it, you're not going to see those edges at all. So, I don't know how I can get it to where y'all can see. Like I can't see the edges. Well, yeah, y'all can't see them because now I can't see them. No, I can see a little bit here. Can y'all see that edge? No. Like, it's drying, so the edges are disappearing. You can't see. You can't see the edges. So, I'm going to do another layer of epoxy over here. And like, when I do that next layer of epoxy, these are pretty smooth. I don't think I'll have to sand. But where people run into problems, the words look backwards because of how the camera is. But they're right. I can read it the right way, but it's because of the camera. So let's see. I'll turn it and there. See that? There, right way for you. Turn it back around. And I'm going to let this dry. Well, it's going to dry overnight because I'm not going to epoxy. I'm about to close shop. Actually, it's going on 11 o'clock. So I'll epoxy this in the morning. If I was going to epoxy the same day, I would let this sit for a minimum of 2 hours and let it completely dry on here before I apply the epoxy. If you apply the epoxy and the Waterslide's not dry, the Waterslide's going to lift. The epoxy is going to get underneath the Waterslide. It's going to lift and you're going to have pieces sticking up. And you don't want that. But basically, one more layer of epoxy and hopefully the epoxy gods are with me. And this is all that I'll be able, then this cup is pretty much done. Except for once I find out who it's going to be for, then I'll put the name on the back. So I'm not going to epoxy until I know who it's going to go to. Because I'm going to put their name back here. The teacher's name. And that's it. So, thank you. That is the Elmer's glue cup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. You don't have to have kids in school. Make one, post it on your Facebook. It's about to be Teacher Appreciation. Post it on your Facebook for sale. Trust me, somebody's going to buy that cup. I did the pencil cup just to see if I could do it last year, and I posted it, and I sold, I think, 32 of them last year off of one post on my personal Facebook page. So y'all figure it out. It was very unexpected, very successful. I did that, and then I did a couple other ones. I did like a one for a music teacher. I did one with the apple. I did one for a coach with the school mascot on it. I mean, really just off of me posting the pencil tumbler. Everybody loves the pencil tumbler, which is why I wasn't going to do it, but after Ashley did her dotted cup using the acrylic paint as adhesive, I was like, this is going to make the pencil tumbler so much easier. And so that's why I did the pencil tumbler with adhesive. And that's where all this came from, off Ashley Mears's dotted cup. So, yeah. So we'll have, when it's all said and done, I'm going to take pictures. We'll have the Elmer's glue cup. We'll have the crayon cup. We'll have the pencil cup. And there's another one way over there that I'm not going to get, but it has color glitter at the bottom. So like right now, it's a white cup. The bottom half of the cup is gold glitter, and I'm going to use gold for the apple, and it's going to have the green leaf and stem, and the teacher's name will be in green or white across the coordinating color apple. So like the bottom half of the cup, whatever cup glitter I'm using in the bottom half of the cup, that's what color my apple's going to be. So, and then I'm going to finish these up and get lives done for them. So it'll be matching keychains. And then this I'm going to sell as a nameplate. And this is a garden stake actually. And it was like a 4-pack at the clearance section in Walmart for 50 cents. And so it has a string. So I'm going to do this one. The teacher's name will go across here. I'm going to tie that string on there. And I'm going to show this as a hall pass. Like, especially like in junior high or high school, you know, the teachers, they have their hall passes. Oh yeah, it's the bathroom, here you go. Or if they don't want to use it as a hall pass, they can put it on their desk as their nameplate. So, here's the Crayola cup. And this is a silver buffalo tumbler. These were like $1.50 last year. These I found at Walmart in the clearance section. It was a 4-pack for 50 cents, and they were garden stakes. And then, but you can also buy stakes. They'll be a little bigger than this from Lowe's or Home Depot, where they have their fence posts, and all that stuff. And these blanks, the pencil blanks, I got off of Etsy. And this one is actually a plant. When you do your garden, it was, you stick it in there in the ground. It was really long. And I just cut the end off and sanded around the edges. And it was the perfect little pencil shape. The Crayola, yes, this is vinyl. This is vinyl. And you could actually do this with clear Waterslide. So, but this is vinyl. And I'll start cleaning up. That way, if anybody has any lingering questions, you can ask the question. Yeah, like I can't see any of the edges anymore. It really looks like it's a part of the cup. There are no edges from the Waterslide. So I'm cleaning up. If you have a question, Feel free to ask away. So, you guys are so welcome. I'm so glad I'm able to help. Like, I watched so many YouTube videos to figure out how to do this stuff, and I love sharing what I've learned. I think there's a big enough market that I can show whoever and still make money. Like, you know, I mean, it's a huge country. No, I haven't done the markers. I'm not going to do the markers. I think I'm just going to do these 3. Well, 4. It's going to be a total of 4 different ones. And that's it. I'm not going to do the markers. I've never done a marker one either, so but I don't feel like doing it. I think I'm good with the 4 that I'm going to have. And it gives them options and variety. And then I got to do painted versions of each one also. You're welcome, Pamela. Painted versions of each one for male teachers. Yeah, I think the apple one's going to be super cute. I saw the design on Etsy. I was like, I can make that. So I'm excited to try it. So there aren't anymore. Look, I'm all glittery. Y'all see how glittery I am? Ooh, ooh. It's everywhere. Completely everywhere. I'm so sparkly. I don't know. I've never even actually watched a tutorial on how to do the marker cup. Good night, Tracy. Yeah, I'm hitting 11 o'clock. You're East Coast. I've never even actually watched a tutorial on the marker cup. I'll watch a tutorial and see. I don't want to lie and say I'll make it. I might not. I think it would be better on a skinny, a 20-ounce skinny, and I'll have some of those, and I can try it on here. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't really planned on doing it, but I don't mind trying to see if it'll work. So. Yeah, everybody's dropping off, so I'm going to guess it's it. If you have any more questions or anything like that, just drop them in the comments or shoot me a private message, and I will go through the comments, and I answer my messages, definitely, if you don't want to comment. And one way or another, you'll get your answer. Even if it's, I don't know, go Google it yourself. No, I don't ever say that. I'll Google it and try to find an answer for you, or another YouTube video or something, and shoot to you if you have a question that I don't have an answer to. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, because I want to do that other one, that apple one, because I got the bottom glittered, and I use the acrylic paint as adhesive, so I got the bottom glittered, and I just need to apply the decal to it, and yeah, I'll do that. I'll apply the decal and epoxy on that one. So, alright, you guys have a great night, and I'll see y'all sometime tomorrow. Peace.